Welcome back, folks. We had the Dow Industrials finish up 149. You had NASDAQ up 28. S&Ps are up 15. And, you know, folks, okay, when we talk about markets, well, bottom line, you know, first it was about, I'd say about 6 weeks ago. We had our man, Mr. Bud Rolfs, growling and prowling with us out here. And, Bud had already done a webinar, and when he was doing the webinar, this goes way back. He was saying, hey, listen, man, this market is going higher, and I mean a lot higher. Well, guess, we know what happened. Bud came on and said, hey, guess what? We have a little stormy weather in between the markets here. And needless to say, some people think this is a large correction. It went down 127 points. Bottom line is that we get our man, Mr. Bud Rolfs, with us to walk us through this market. And, folks, if you come over to our website at tfnn.com, you're going to see right in the front, Trading Tactics in a Bull Market. It's not too late to get Bud's webinar number 1 and the 6 reports that he's going to do. And right now we got our man, Mr. Bud Rolfs. And I'm going to let him tell you, though, because he had mentioned it when I was interviewing him the last time, but it was a pretty incredible call. Bud Rolfs, what's going on with the Doppler radar?
Hey, Tommy, we got stormy weather here today, and the clouds are overcast, and we got stormy weather in the market.
I'll tell you, man, talk to me, first off, the webinar was phenomenal, but I can tell you, when I was interviewing you the last time, you didn't say it on the air. I know the subscribers got it, but you were basically saying, well, hey, are bonds the place to go? So talk to me about it.
Well, one of the sections we did, of course, we forecast the correction as you did and Steve did, and we were on top of that. And one of the ways we knew it was going to be a correction within days, Tom.
Okay.
We have a little chart up, a 1-year daily chart of the 10-year bond rate.
Yes.
If you're trying to get this in my system, it's that little carrot or whatever you call it thing, looks like a triangle pointing up, and then TNX. It's the TNX, and it's the daily. I got the daily chart here. It's
yes.
The 1-year daily 10-year bond rate. And, folks, if you see this, it's worth a million words. And this was slide 84 in the webinar. And what it showed was back in April and early May, the 10-year bond was in an uptrend channel. It was going up. And it had gone oversold. It went below the lower trend line of the channel.
Yeah.
Okay. And, Tom, that only happens in pairs. When it goes oversold, it has to go overbought. It's like bookends. They just don't occur one at a time.
That's so cool, man. You know what's so funny about that, Bud? I remember the first time Bud showed me this. Now, folks, I'm going back over 10 years. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, man. What a trip. Okay.
No, but, as soon as I saw this, Tom, and I said, holy mackerel, within days, the 10-year bond is going to jump up over 2.5.
Yep.
Okay?
Right.
And the 10-year bond had pulled back like 210 or so.
I believe it went to 190, Bud. I think it was at 190.
Yeah, and and it jumped up 25% in days after we did this webinar. That's going to wreck any market, Tom. You can't have those kind of yields. And folks, you got this in this webinar at TFNN. And Tom, how many other places did you hear anybody forecasting that the 10-year yield was going up over 2.5 within days? Around June 13th. You didn't hear that any place.
Well, no, PIMCO should have got your webinar because PIMCO is down 13% in the month because of it, which is the largest bondholder in the world, folks, by the way. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to tell you another one, Tom. Here's another one. This year will not end without this 10-year bond rate hitting 3%.
Oh, man.
And I'm going on the record right now with that, folks, and you'll see why if you come to the webinar. Now, the webinar was June 13th. How are you going to come to the webinar? Well, with the beauty of modern technology at TFNN, you can come to the webinar by buying it now, and you won't have missed a beat. You're going to get everything the folks got there by going on the evening of the 13th, and you're going to get all the monthly Doppler radar reports. This storm that Tom talked about, that we're talking about as a correction, okay, that's our metaphor for the correction.
Okay.
This correction is not going to be over soon, folks. You need to protect yourself from this storm. And how do you do that? You turn on the Weather Channel, you turn on the weather report, and they got the Doppler radar going to tell you where is the storm now, how much longer is it going to be, am I at the top of the storm, am I in the eye of the hurricane, is it past yet, is it safe to go back in the water, all these questions.
Sure.
Well, we're going to answer all those with our monthly Doppler radar reports, Tom, and folks that sign up now won't miss a single one.
So what happens, folks, is this. If you go to the front page of our website, you're going to see right at the very top of the carousel, Trading Tactics in a Bull Market. And what you get for $279 is this. You're going to get the full webinar, and then you get 6 reports, one a month, going right till January 2014. Actually, the last one will be December 2013. Bud's work, folks, is extraordinary. And it's very clean and clear. And what you'll get also, if you actually want to understand the system, well, you're going to get the whole system. It's just not, because Bud explains it specifically. In fact, when he was just talking about the bond, I remember the first time, as I just said to Bud, the first time that he showed me how that deal works. And it is amazing, isn't it? Numbers are amazing, aren't they, Bud? These patents and numbers, man? You and I feel the same way. I know about this. We've been doing this, folks, for, 30, 40 years. Right.
And some of these numbers come out so precisely, you just shake your head.
You do.
Because the whole rest of the world, 99% of the world, Tom, thinks this is all random. It's all just, hocus pocus and random numbers in the market. Nobody can predict it. Nobody can market time. I am telling you, folks, they're blind and they do not see.
Yeah, it's heavy. I'll tell you, man, it's amazing. Listen, folks, come over to our website at TFNN. You can get that right here, right now. Check that webinar out, and what happens, folks, the webinar ends up being on your page for another 30 days. So you can go over it as many times as you want. And of course, I get the first one is coming out. Is it July 13th, right, Bud?
Yes.
So you're not too late here, folks. That's the bottom line. The first Doppler radar report is coming out on July 13th, the first of 6. So you haven't missed
the week. Yeah, it'll be that week. The 13th is actually a Saturday.
Okay, the week of that 13th. Okay. So hey, listen, where you guys going for the 4th?
We are going to Cancun, Mexico, Tom, for our 40th anniversary. June 17, 1973, I married the fabulous Nancy.
Yeah.
And as I told you, I graduated June 6th, married her the 17th, and I wasted 11 days.
I know, man. What's wrong with you, man? You got to love it. Well, listen, man, you have a great one, safe one. Tell everyone I said hi, man. And, of course, we look forward to, having you back on and look forward to that first update.
Hey, great, Tom. Thank you. Love you and Angie, too.
Okay, have a great one. Have a safe one.